Cowboys Nation, what's up? Before we dive into some big-time updates about your Dallas Cowboys, and trust me, you're going to want to hear this, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have. This team is working day and night to get better, sharper, and stronger. Every single move is being made with one goal: winning football games and getting back to the top. Now we've got breaking news on the 2025 NFL schedule, a perfectly timed bye week and fresh reactions from Dak Prescott on our newest weapon, George Pickens. Stick around because this could be the moment the Cowboys turn the corner. Let's break it all down together. The full 2025 NFL schedule officially drops Wednesday night with the league's big release show on NFL Network. But here's the thing. Leaks are already swirling, and pieces of the puzzle are falling into place. Thanks to some inside reporting, we're already getting a clear picture of how the Cowboys' season is shaping up. And there's one key detail that's already turning heads. Dallas is expected to have their bye week in Week 10. Now you might be thinking, okay, so what? But let me tell you, timing is everything in this league, and a Week 10 bye could be a game changer. Think about what a late bye means for a team trying to build momentum and stay healthy down the stretch. Instead of burning out mid-season or limping into December, the Cowboys would get a breather right before one of the toughest stretches of the season. From what we're hearing, the back half of the Cowboys' schedule is absolutely brutal. Tough road games, quick turnarounds, and top-tier opponents. This team is going to need every ounce of energy, focus, and physical readiness to push through November and December. Having that bye in Week 10, that's the sweet spot. It gives the team time to recover, reset, and prepare for the playoff push. And let's not forget, the Cowboys went 7-10 last year. If they're going to climb back into postseason contention, staying strong late in the year is going to be critical. With Brian Schottenheimer taking the reins as head coach, this is not just a new season, it's the start of a new era. And one of the first major advantages he's getting from the football gods, a bye week that lands right before the firestorm. This is when leaders show what they're made of. Schottenheimer has a full off-season to install his system, an exciting roster taking shape, and now the benefit of timing that could keep his squad fresh when others are fading. If the Cowboys can go into that bye week with a winning record, watch. A healthy, focused team with momentum in November could do serious damage. Now let's get into the real heat of the day, the George Pickens trade. It's official. The Dallas Cowboys have acquired former Steelers wide receiver George Pickens, and it's already sending shockwaves through the NFC. Pickens is only 24, but he's coming in with a reputation. Tough, physical, competitive, and downright fearless. And guess who just broke his silence on the deal? None other than Dak Prescott himself. In an interview shared by ESPN, Dak had nothing but praise for his new weapon. And as the leader of this team, his words matter. You turn on the tape and you see a guy that can catch the football, Dak said. You put the football anywhere in his vicinity, very strong hands, more than a 50-50 catcher. He thinks it's his ball when it's in the air. That last line? He thinks it's his ball when it's in the air. That's what elite receivers are made of. That's the Dez Bryant mentality. And speaking of Dez, Cowboys owner and GM Jerry Jones is no stranger to bold takes. But when he talks, you listen. And this week he compared George Pickens to one of the most iconic players in recent franchise history. He's an uber competitor, and we had one in Dez Bryant who was the same way, Jones said. He just couldn't get enough. When the lights came on and his cleats hit the turf, he was a different guy, and it feels like George is going to be that way. That's high praise, and it shows you how much confidence this organization has in Pickens. They didn't just bring him in to fill a roster spot, they brought him in to be a difference maker. Let's not forget, Pickens isn't coming in to be WR1. That job still belongs to CeeDee Lamb, one of the most explosive receivers in football. But what Dak pointed out is exactly what Cowboys fans have been screaming for. CeeDee needs help. It's hard to double-team two guys, Dak said. Then when you've got other guys, whether it be Jake Ferguson, Jalen Tolbert, Jonathan Mingo, guys who have had reps and know how to get open in this league, I think we're putting together a nice group of weapons. This is what a modern NFL offense looks like. Depth, versatility, and multiple threats on every snap. Defensive coordinators are going to have to pick their poison. Double Lamb, Pickens will punish you, stack the box, Blue and the ground game will take off. Play soft, Ferguson, Mingo, and Tolbert will chip away underneath. And let's not forget, Dak Prescott is healthy, motivated, and ready to prove he's still the leader this team needs. Let's pull it all together. The Cowboys are staring down. A fresh new coaching staff with Schottenheimer at the helm. A tough but manageable schedule with a perfectly placed bye week in Week 10. And a reloaded offense with CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, and a hungry Dak. Prescott leading the charge after a disappointing 2024 season. This isn't just another campaign. This is the comeback tour. This is Dallas trying to reclaim its identity, its pride, and its postseason spot. We don't know exactly how the rest of the schedule looks yet, that's coming soon, but what we do know is this: the pieces are falling into place. And this time, it feels different. Let's set the stage. The NFL is gearing up to release the official 2025 regular season schedule, and while fans around the league are refreshing Twitter and tuning into leaks, the Dallas Cowboys decided to flip the script with a bit of fun and confidence. In a special live event called America's Stream, Countdown to Schedule Release, the Cowboys hosted an event like only they can, with some golf, some laughs, and a whole lot of swagger. And front and center were two of the team's biggest stars, Micah Parsons and CeeDee Lamb. While they were out enjoying the day, Micah dropped a bombshell prediction that caught every fan's attention. "I'm saying we win at least 12 games, Parsons said. "You heard that right. Not 10. Not 11, 12. That's elite company, and it's coming from a guy who knows exactly what this team is capable of, because he's leading the charge." A return to dominance? Let's not forget, this isn't an outrageous claim. In fact, the Cowboys won exactly 12 games 3 seasons in a row, 2021, 2022, and 2023. That consistency showed that Dallas had become one of the top-tier regular season teams in the NFL. But then came 2024. Injuries piled up. The offense stalled, the defense wore down, and the Cowboys fell to a 7-10 record, finishing third in the NFC East and missing the playoffs in disappointing fashion. Micah knows that can't happen again, and it's clear that this offseason has sparked something in him. From new faces on the roster to fresh energy under new head coach Brian Schottenheimer, the Cowboys are moving with purpose. And Parsons' 12-win prediction? That's not arrogance. That's a standard. What makes Micah so confident? Great question, because Micah isn't just talking. He's watching this team very closely. Let's look at what's changed and why he might feel like this roster is ready to bounce back in. A major way, the addition of George Pickens pairing. Pickens with CeeDee Lamb gives the offense a true 1-2 punch at wide receiver. This isn't just depth, this is a serious threat to secondaries, and you can bet defenses won't be able to double. Both Dak Prescott's health and leadership. When Dak is on, the Cowboys are dangerous. Parsons knows that a healthy Dak, with more weapons, can once again be one of the most efficient quarterbacks in the league. A reinvigorated defense. After dealing with attrition in 2024, the defense is reloaded. Young talent is developing. Veterans are returning, and Micah is still the centerpiece, the guy who makes the engine go. Schottenheimer's vision. New head coach Brian Schottenheimer is known for balance, discipline, and offensive efficiency. Combine that with Dan Quinn's departure and a refreshed approach to defense, and this coaching staff feels like it's building something sustainable. When you put all of that together, 12 wins doesn't feel like a dream. It feels like a realistic target. But does 12 wins really matter? Here's the elephant in the room. Yes, Micah says they'll win 12 games, and yes, that's exciting. But Cowboys fans have been here before. In 2021, 12 wins, wild card loss. In 2022, 12 wins. Divisional round exit in 2023, 12 wins. Wild card embarrassment at home. So what happens if the Cowboys go 12-5 again in 2025? Will anything change? Here's the thing. Micah knows that regular season wins aren't enough, but they're the foundation. You don't get to chase a Super Bowl if you're not in the dance. And to get there, you need wins. Lots of them. That's why this bold prediction isn't about a brag, it's a challenge. It's Parsons throwing down the gauntlet to his teammates and saying, "This is the level we expect to reach. No excuses, let's do it." Micah's leadership is growing. What's even more impressive about this whole moment is what it tells us about Micah Parsons, the leader. He's not a rookie anymore. He's not just the guy making flashy plays off the edge. He's evolving into the vocal heartbeat of the locker room. He's stepping into a role where his words carry weight. When Micah says they'll win 12 games, it's not just a prediction, it's a message to the offense. Keep putting up points. The defense. Stay locked in. The fans. Believe again. That's what great players do. And make no mistake, Micah is chasing greatness. Will the schedule help or hurt? Now, we haven't seen the full 2025 schedule just yet, but we do know one thing. Dallas will get a Week 10 bye, and that could be a major factor. A mid to late bye week gives the team a chance to heal up before a difficult stretch of games, adjust schemes and make late-season tweaks, prepare for the final playoff push with full energy. If Parsons is right and Dallas stays healthy, this late rest could be the perfect boost heading into December, exactly when past Cowboys teams have faltered. With this break in the middle, and if Schottenheimer's system catches fire early, there's every reason to believe that a 12-win season is possible. What does 12 wins mean in the NFC? Let's put it into context. In the NFC, here's what a 12-win season can usually get you. A division title, depending on how Philly performs. A top 3 seed, which could mean home field advantage in at least one playoff game. Momentum going into January. With teams like San Francisco, Detroit, and maybe Green Bay rising, every win will matter. And with a softer division beyond Philly, Giants and Commanders, there's a real opportunity to rack up victories and earn a premium playoff spot. But again, it starts with staying focused week by week. Micah's prediction is about believing in the grind, believing that this team, when healthy, is good enough to run with the best in the NFL. We've talked schedule, we've talked bye week, we've talked George Pickens and Dak's reaction, but now I want to hear from you. Are you happy with the Week 10 bye? Do you think George Pickens can live up to the Dez Bryant comparison? And are the Cowboys finally building the kind of offense that can compete with the best in the NFC? Let me know what you're thinking in the comments. You guys always bring the heat, and I want to hear your takes loud and clear. And don't forget, if you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. We've got wall-to-wall Cowboys content coming every single week, from film breakdowns to live reactions, roster moves, and game day previews. This season is going to be a ride. Let's take it together. Let's go Cowboys!